Yo, YouTube, we back with another video, man. I know it's been a little while. I've been gone, but right now I'm back. Y'all tuned in to the Big Funyuns channel where we go over crypto analysis. We talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other altcoins. Right now, we're discussing Bitcoin per usual. As you can see, today is September 8th, 2024, Sunday, around 6 p.m. We're finna close on the daily. Kind of bullish, but not necessarily. If we did a quick overview of just what's been happening over the last 2 weeks, we can see, or not even necessarily the last 2 weeks, but really this whole time span that Bitcoin has been in this range per se. So once we essentially got above this 60K area and we're trading above it, we were trading above it ultimately for 180 days. We broke below it not too long ago around August 28th. And we've been going on a downtrend. Like, we retested the 60K area, and clearly we've been heading down over the last couple days, right? And if we measure this whole range, it's been close to 200 days, right? And I believe that's just really a bullish sign, mainly due to the fact that we've been on this steady uptrend all the way back down here since November of 2022. We got as high as 74K, creating new all-time highs there. Since then, we've seen a nice correction from this 74K area to as low as 48,000, which is currently a 33% correction from all-time highs. Currently, we sit at 54,000, which is going to be a 27% correction. I like how Bitcoin overall is loading up per se, right? And I really just say that because we've seen multiple periods now where Bitcoin has loaded up, and this has led us to a nice bullish move, right? So if we start here, we can see a 70-day sideways action here in this range before ultimately rising up as high as 40%. And then from this 40%, we were able to grab support here at 27,000. From this 27,000 area all the way, the range lasted for 240 days until we eventually broke out of this sideways range. So 230 days, right? That is pretty good. As far, well, let me not say pretty good. It's good that we were able to break out of the range, but it was a long time of just, okay, a lot of patience, a lot of waiting, a lot of just sideways action. It was kind of boring, actually. It was good if you like to trade ranges. You would trade essentially from the bottom right here all the way up to the top. Once you get to the top here, you'll be looking for sales. So you've probably been able to do that really just one time or maybe two times, because you establish that, okay, this is the high. We'll buy again here because this is creating a doji here, and saying that we are going to continue up. We're going to continue upwards. Once we got to this area again, we saw that we couldn't break it. Sellers came in the market, and we eventually came right back to the same area. Buyers bought again, and this eventually led up to this bullish move here. So that, what was that, 217 days of sideways consolidation led us to so there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, it has led us ultimately to the highs of 74K. As I mentioned previously, this was 175% increase from the bottom of that sideways range. If we look here before we got all the way up here, we could even mark this off as a 67% move, which is still pretty good. A lot of people won't even see that in 7 years, 8 years, 5 years, right? Just because of the way that they invest, which is more conservative, right? And crypto is more aggressive. Therefore, you're able to see a lot of gains quickly, a lot of return, a lot more quickly. But yeah, we basically had a range here. This was like 70 days. This was 217 days. This range right here of sideways action lasted for 70 days until we broke out, and now we are back into that. Let me see. What's up with it? We are back into that close to 200 day range, right? So if we go to a 217 day range, that'll put us around towards the end of September before we see a large move. If we were going off the same pattern of this was 70, this was 217, this was 70, this is looking like 217, just off the simple patterns that we're looking at, right? So if we're able to grab some nice support somewhere in this range, I'm not even sure where we can grab it at this point. I would have to, sit down and mark it off. And matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that now. Let's make it a nice little exclusive video, right? I mentioned before that we broke the 60K area, which was holding in a strong support, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is resistance right here. This was used as resistance again after we failed this breakout. So what areas did we have going down? It looks like this area right here, which is around this 57K area, was a good range for support. So we're just going to mark this off just like roughly in the short term range, right? We couldn't hold this. We broke below it, got back above, retested the top of this box, ended up breaking back down again, and we really formed another area of support close to here. I would mark it right here because we're looking at a bounce from that, and that looks to be around the 53.8K area. So I'll say a nice bounce right here, and not because I've been in this market for a minute now, I just know, like, okay, after I zoom out, I'm going to see these levels right here like match up. Why? Because this area right here was used as support clearly in this short-term time span, right? From, let's see, February of 2024 all the way up to now, which is September of 2024. So basically this entire year, 3 times this area was used as support. So watch how I go back, and 9 times out of 10, I'll see this area right here either used as support or resistance. So let's check it out. Boom. It's just simple, guys. It's simple. I promise you it's so simple. Look at that. I promise you. I didn't even look back. I just know. You just know. Because key areas, wicks line up. So this area right here, resistance. This area right here, support. This area right here, support. Let's see what else we can find. Boom. It's just clear as day, guys. Clear. This area is support. It broke down, shot all the way back up, and then used as resistance. All this area right here, support. It broke through support and then reclaimed this area, grabbed support again, broke through, tried to grab support again, broke up, came back down, tested it. Like every time you're touching it, you're getting a nice move up, at least in this time frame. We came back down, touched it, used this as resistance, and then we broke down heavy from this range, right? So this area currently looks like it's going to be a good area of support. That's just what I'm saying. And price is reflecting that, right? You're getting a nice bounce here. So, the bullish side of this is that we are at support. So any buys right here would be headed towards the upside, and we will have to break these resistance areas. So the resistance that I see, we have short-term resistance maybe here around 56K. So if you can break that, okay, you're able to move up to this area that we have marked off at 57K. You break that area, you'll be testing, I guess, the top of this area of 58K to 60K. You'll be testing this area right here. If you're able to break above it, then you will face new resistance here. But until we really break this, I would say 57K area and then 60K area, we're looking for more downwards action, right? So because we're moving up right now, The next area that I really see for real is going to be 57K. What happens if we don't break this area and we ended up testing this area as resistance and breaking this 53.8K area? The next level I see is going to have to be this area right here. I would even say like that. Yep. It would be somewhere in this range, and I would just place this around like 51K. 51K. That's cool. You see, it's not as clear as these because these are clear support areas. Boom, support. That's the third time. We really got this area once, really twice throughout this whole entire year. I'm not even sure if I'm showing it. We got this area really twice this entire year. Once in a nice wick back up, and right here for that 70-day range. I believe that was 70 days. Let me just check and make sure. It might have not been 70 days. No, I think this area right here is 70 days. Yeah, this is around 70 days. This area right here was only 13 days, was like 2 weeks. 2 weeks of this area being tested as support, and it helped though. It helped. If we go back previously, we can see that, all right, it was used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times, I think, throughout Bitcoin's entire history. So what that leads me to believe is like, okay, if you have 8 times over there, then you have 9, 10 times out of Bitcoin's entire history, dating all the way back. If we go back to at least 2021, I don't think that's a very good sign that, okay, this area is strong support. This area can be broken through quite easily, in my opinion, right? So if we don't hold this, and the last time we got to this area, we broke well above, we broke well below it, but we were able to recover. So this indicates, all right, this is not the end all be all. Like if you break below this level, you can definitely see more downside. But I just want to work with what we got right now. It looks like Bitcoin's pumping as we're speaking. And yeah, that's just basically where I'm at with this analysis for today. Bitcoin is bouncing off this support area, which has deemed pretty good support for a good amount of time now. Hopefully we are able to reclaim some of our resistance areas, turn them back into support. And yeah, of course, as I always mention, it's a waiting game. Let's see how the S&P has been doing over the last couple of weeks or last couple of days. And the last couple of days, price has rejected off of its all-time high, damn near around 5.6K. It looks like it broke all the way down a good 4%, and we're currently sitting at 5.4K. This looks like its next area of support here at 5.3K. If we're able to get a nice bounce off here, we could target back these all-time highs. If we're not able to hold support here, we might come back down to the 5.3K area, and then ultimately, if we can't hold that, 5.2K, right? So these are just the different levels that I'm seeing in the short term. Ethereum, on the other hand, as you can see, I already had these marked off from probably like the last video that I made. We tested this. What is this area? The 2.1K area. Grab support here. Looks like we grabbed support on Friday here, and we're seeing a bounce up. The next resistance area I have is around 2.5K. If we're able to get back above that, then that might be its first bullish sign for a good little minute. Like if we're able to get back above here, trade above here, grab some support, and continue to break above resistance areas, I think that would be super bullish, right? Yeah. If we break below this 2.5 2.1K area, I think the next area of support would have to be, in my opinion, around this 1.9K. This is what I'm seeing, guys. If you really want to get like even more groovy with it, if you're like, nah, it's not gonna go down there for real. I see the 2000 area, 2K area, like right here. This looks like a good form of support. Yeah, I think I like this area better. Just off of support here, resistance, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, support all throughout here. Like, yeah, resistance, support, support. So I really like that 2K area. So that's kind of just what I'm seeing. I like what I'm saying. I'm still very bullish. Hopefully, I can really load up at these areas right now, because 55K in probably the next few months, people will be wishing that they were able to buy in these areas right here, like 1, 2, 3. In these areas, people gonna be like, man, I really wish I had X, Y, and Z. Man, if you just think about it, even just a move right now, like, oh man, that, to be honest though, that is perfect. That was a perfect buying opportunity, to be honest. If you were able to get in right here, I mean, this is, of course, hindsight, but if you were able to get in right here, you know, have your loss, you would have to put it below this wick. You would just have to, because there's nothing else to go by, not for real. Or if you were able to get an entry somewhere like right here, your next, you would draw the line like right here. Okay, if we break below this, then boom. But it looks like it's holding strong. If you're able to get into this and just ride the wave at least all the way up there, that's a 3.5 risk to reward. Get back up to the 60K, that's 7.5. If you get all the way back to all-time highs, that's a 24, 25 risk to reward ratio. Like, how can you beat that? That's 35%, probably on 1x leverage. If you do that times 10, that's 350% on how much money you just put in or how much money you risk. So, like, that's just the beautiful thing about crypto. So, hey, I know this was a longer video. I know I've been going for a little minute, but hey, I just love where the market is right now. I understand that we may be seeing some more downside. I understand that we may be seeing some more sideways action. But these are the moments that people live for. These are the moments where smart people are accumulating. These are the moments where people's lives quite literally change. This is the time to be buying. Buy here at $55,000, where everybody's not even talking about crypto, where everybody's afraid of crypto right now, where everybody's like, damn, this shit is crashing, where we're at a 26 fear and greed index. This is the time to be buying, right? Not at all-time highs. Right now is the time to be buying. So hopefully, if you found this video and information useful, if it helped you in any kind of way, man, y'all be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll have more videos coming in the future. Appreciate the love and support. Y'all man, I'm gonna have merch soon. Already got some personal merch. Check my previous videos about that. But with all that being said, I'm gone. Y'all be blessed.